What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to an episode of WNN, your source for the music and music production news. Seems like NAMM is actually shaping up pretty decently this year. I mean, I'm not there, but I'm getting all the information via carrier pigeon. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe. Also consider following me on my Instagram. That'll be linked down in the description. The first thing I want to look at here is Melbourne Instruments ROTO-CONTROL. ROTO-CONTROL is a motorized MIDI controller for software and hardware. It has fully assignable motorized touch-sensitive knobs, user-definable haptics for detailed control, a high-res screen providing easy-to-read labels for every control, and internal memory with storage for over 16,000 possible assignments. Now, for those of you that are confused on why this is pretty cool, first of all, it's kind of affordable. Secondly, I'm going to show you a little video clip. Did you see that there? The knobs turn on their own once you program them. Not only is this cool, but it can be useful. No, I will not explain. Best of all, it has dedicated Ableton Live modes. Oh, it feels good. Rise up Abletards. It has 3 modes. It has a plugin mode, a mix mode, and a MIDI mode, and you can work with up to 64 audio tracks. Pretty impressive stuff. So they claim it has an intuitive learn button, so you just press one button, click on something, and it'll learn the parameter, and then you can modulate it. And then it has instant recall as well. I mean, personally, I'm pretty sold on it. So the mix mode has a plug-and-play dedicated Ableton Live audio mix environment. Automatically sync Ableton Live sets with all the track names and colors instantly. It'll automatically update track names and colors when connected to an active Ableton Live set. Not sure how it works with other DAWs, but this seems amazing for Ableton. So in the plugin mode, the parameters and labels are taken directly from Ableton Live with one touch, one time, intuitive, easy setup. So it only requires you to learn plugin parameters once, and then it will remember those parameters anytime you use Ableton Live. And then all the parameters are stored locally on the ROTO-CONTROL. You can have up to 64 plugins per single track with up to 128 controls per plugin. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of shit. It is a lot of shit. There's also a MIDI mode with a motion controller, control MIDI hardware and software, including synths, DAWs, lighting, etc. And it can operate standalone without a computer. It has up to 64 MIDI setups that you can store. Each setup up to 128 controls, and you can import and export setups via the Roto Setup app. It also features motion recording. From what I understand, recording automation via the motorized faders, or knobs in this case. So you can record up to 8 parameters per setup, and you could save up to 8 MIDI setups with motion recording. The clock source is either internal or external, and you can do step recording lengths of 16, 32, 48, or 64. Then there are 4 playback modes: forward, backward, random, and ping pong. So it requires Ableton Live 10 or higher for the mix and plugin modes. It appears to be $419. Now for what you're getting here, the motorized knobs and whatnot, $419 I think that's reasonable. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Now, one concern I have personally is this is a relatively small company from what I could tell. And, these motors are going to break down at some point. And, I'm just questioning whether or not they're going to be around when that happens. In our next story, we have some Behringer Bro news. Behringer has shown off the BX1, which is a clone of the Yamaha DX1. And it also features a CS80 multi-mode filter. Now, I've seen a video of it already, and it sounds pretty good. Looks, on the other hand, you be the judge here. One thing that I was personally not a fan of is this sort of 1980s UI they have going on here. We're in the year of our Lord 2025, and it should be illegal to make a UI like this at this point. I found this a bit interesting because generally Behringer will clone things and then improve upon some aspects of it, but it looks like they have not really improved upon the UI of this, which I feel like is probably, at least to me, it seems like probably one of the most pressing things to update on this. It's supposedly going to come out in 2026. Okay, so Spitfire Audio has released the Abbey Road Orchestra. Oh, specifically, this is the clarinets Wow, who gives a shit about this? Never mind, fuck this. It's $249 and fuck this. I don't care. Who cares about clarinets? Who made this? Squidward? Okay, this one's a bit interesting. I've actually gotten some requests to talk about this on the channel. Please send me more requests. Stuff to react to, things that are funny, things that are bad, things that are great. Send me all that stuff. Send it to me in my Discord. That'll be linked down in the description. This was just released, the Antelope Audio A41B. It is an analog automated opto valve compressor. Now, on the surface, it all looks good. They call it the future of analog gear. They're basically saying it is combining the sound of an analog opto tube compressor with modern workflow enhancements. So I haven't gotten into the problem yet. I'm just gonna walk you through the basic stuff first before we get to that. So they claim it has a classic compression sound. It's got software control with presets, automatic calibration systems, DS mode functionality, proprietary motorized potentiometers, pristine analog signal path. Even when pushed to the limit, the compressor remains transparent. So this already sounds a little bit like bullshit to me. No compressor remains transparent when it's pushed to the limit. That's not how compression works. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe I'm wrong, but I severely doubt it. Drum kit uncompressed. Okay, heavy compressed. Let's hear it. That was so far from transparent. I mean, it sounds fine for compression. I just wanted to check whether or not it sounds transparent when pushed to the limits, and it absolutely does not. We'll check one more. We'll check one more piece of audio here. Let's check out the bass guitar uncompressed. Okay, now compressed. Sounds pretty good except for that pop in the beginning there. Now, how much does this thing cost? Well, it costs like $3,000. So basically, you can recall settings that you've set with this compressor via this monthly subscription software that they have. So yeah, it's $3,000. Then you have to pay for a subscription if you want to be able to recall your settings within a project. Otherwise, you're gonna have to manually recall it every single time you use it. I think you get a year of it free. But it's just ridiculous that you're paying $3,000 for this. And then the A4 software suite is available as an optional add-on as part of a monthly or annual membership plan. I mean, this is just a hardware compressor then if you're not getting that part of it. Another thing I think is really funny here is right below that it says convince yourself. What does that mean exactly? I don't know. Convince yourself to buy this? I don't know. Convince yourself to pay for the monthly thing? Convince yourself this is a good idea? Here we have a plugin on the way from IMAGIRO. So yeah, this looks rather interesting here. It's not just a granular sampler from what I can tell. It seems like it's playing multiple sections at once. Now I'm not sure if they are bound to different keys or if it's like you play one note and it plays multiple grains in multiple sections of the audio, which is pretty interesting. Okay, in our next story here, ROLI has released an interesting piano thing. I looked at it on stream earlier and the advertisement for it is totally bizarre and weird. So as they say here, go from your first notes to playing along with your favorite songs and then on to creating tracks of your own. Now there's several different pieces to it here. There's the ROLI piano, the Airwave, ROLI Learn, and for some reason this other part here is cut off. I don't know what the hell happened there. Now I'm not gonna lie, this game looks kind of fun. I'm a little interested. Let me just show you the video. Now, quick warning, this video is pretty fucking bizarre.
Old pianos. Cool. No, we all love them. But I don't know, they're just not
I know what your first thought is. What the hell is that generic rock music?
not as easy, fun, or playful as they should be. Well, the piano of the future is here. What's up? I'm the all-new ROLI piano system.
Yep, the piano speaks. It speaks to you.
I'm powered by ROLI piano and Airwave. What's that mean? Well, it's a mix of AI magic, infrared cameras, and honestly, you. Your hands just became music magic. Want to learn? Well, it just got easier and more fun than ever with hand tracking. How about starting with playing the hits?
Okay, this is where it gets really good. Pay attention.
We got them all, from Taylor to Sabrina to Billy to the Beatles and Bach.
Yes, you heard that correctly. We're on a first name basis here. Taylor, Brittany, and even Bach.
What if you could learn every scale, chord, melody, and progression that's ever existed? They're all here.
Every melody that's ever existed.
How about knowing when you're absolutely crushing it? Or might need a little helping hand? Is playing video games more the way you learn?
Yes, absolutely. Now I want this. I didn't want this until now. Now I want this.
Play on. Or you just want to fall.
I wonder if it's not as fun as they make it seem, though. This looks kind of like, I mean, I guess it kind of looks like every music game. It looks like Guitar Hero. It looks like Beat Saber. It looks like Beat Mania, kind of. I don't know. There's probably a more apt suggestion there. If you guys know of a better one, let me know.
Or you just want to fall in love with music. I'll teach you everything. Are you making music? Come on, we're into that too.
This is going to take you straight to the stage. We're going from learning and playing video games to the stage.
Let's find the perfect sound and play literally every instrument.
Is this literally every instrument here? An astronaut playing guitar? Is that Andrew Tate playing a fucking computer keyboard? All right, maybe this is every instrument. I don't know. Super early bird price here, guys. $3.99 for just the piano. Thank you for watching another episode of WNN. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, please. Please, my family cannot eat without like buttons. Subscribe if you're new here. I would love to hit 90, maybe 100,000 by the end of the year. That would be amazing. I'll see you guys next time.